2025 at 6:01 PM. If everyone could please stand and face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Susan, will you please do a roll call?
Absolutely. Let's see, Andres,
Present.
LaRose, present, Walsh,
Present.
Reardon,
Here.
Hepmer,
Here.
Layton,
Here.
Stasinski.
Here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, moving on to the agenda, do have one thing we need to add, which is the quarterly board meetings and the dates. I'd like to add that as business before the Parks Commission 9E. If anyone has anything else that they'd like to add, we can then move forward to review for any conflict of interest and go ahead and approve the agenda.
I'll move to approve the agenda with the addition of 9E, quarterly meetings.
Second.
All right, motion by Walsh, supported by Reardon, to move forward with the approval of the agenda for Monday, December 15th, with the addition of 9E, the quarterly board reports. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passed. All right, moving on to public comment. Do not see any public at this evening, so you can go ahead and move to correspondences. Yeah, I guess Beth sent an email about the DNR trust fund. There was another email from Melody Ticknow about Killingsworth Park and the Pavilion for Teaching a Nature program this summer. She said she got a copy of the application. I don't think anyone has responded. I don't know if Nathan or Sam saw that come through.
Yeah, we were gonna touch base with her to get some more information.
Okay.
Are you guys interested in allowing someone to do the programming?
Yeah.
Depending on what the whole thing's about, you know.
I guess the bigger question is she charging for it? And then, what role do we have if she is? And are we going to request anything in return? Or are we just going to make her reserve that pavilion?
Yeah, I think she reserves and pays for the rental like anyone else, but, I mean, I'd be curious if she's charging, I don't know if the township's rules on doing business with them.
Yeah. We've had it on, before, we've discussed that before, haven't we? It's about yoga.
It seems like there's
exercise.
actual policy somewhere.
Yeah. I think we just need to find
If
out.
they're charging,
If they're charging.
if she's charging, there's policy.
Yeah.
What or where, I don't remember.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
As long as she doesn't monopolize the rental of the pavilion, I don't really.
I think it's probably during the week or something like that, so.
Yeah, she shouldn't have any
Yeah, as long
problem.
as it's not like
But
a Saturday in
again,
the
too,
summer.
what kind of educational? I mean,
As far as monopolizing it, Killingsworth has had 2 rentals on.
I figured it's not in high demand.
Oh, Killingsworth.
Summer, so that's for the last couple of years.
Give her a BOGO.
Yeah.
Rent one free.
I'm all for activating that park space. So I guess we're inclined to say yes, but need more info.
and also there, isn't there in February, I don't know, 23rd, or for the planning commission on, from,
Oh, from Claire?
yes.
An email from Claire?
Yeah,
What date was that?
February 18th, the webinar.
Yes. I didn't think it was a webinar. Is it a webinar?
I'm looking at the same thing.
For inclusiveness in the planning.
Email, yes, she did then I don't think, I guess it needs to be
Yeah.
And that the township would reimburse the registration. Is that a Zoom, though? I didn't read the detail, but I assumed it was at some place from like 3 to 5.
Yeah, 3 PM. It's yeah, I don't see, but there's a registration link,
Mhm.
so. The township would reimburse you, I believe.
Yeah, February 18th at 3 PM, and then you can just go on and sign on to register, and then just submit your payment receipt to us with confirmation that you paid.
And that was for inclusiveness in the planning?
So it's like a toolkit for inclusive design, and so it's going to be kind of best practices overview, it sounds like, of the toolkit that they're coming out with. So I think it would be definitely helpful for you guys as you look at accessibility and other things that are in part of your rec plan.
At the parks that you'll be going to, that they had a really nice, meetings on that inclusivity, and I think you went to that too. And it was really mind-opening,
Yeah, with-
things that you wouldn't think of.
I think it was the one with the designer whose child
Yeah.
also has
Yes.
limited mobility, and so she was talking about it from both points of view of like a parent using a park, and yeah. I think
Yeah,
this will
it's pretty
be,
neat.
this will be kind of broad spectrum as like what people in municipal government should be considering when looking at designs from an inclusive lens, I think, is more, but yeah, the link is pretty encompassing, and it'll tell you guys kind of what it's all about, if it's something that's interesting to you.
And then last one was from Beth regarding the MMPC notice, Grand Charles County. That's all I had.
We heard back from Brad Slaughter. He was
Okay.
the one that was interested in
Not samples.
some specimens.
Mhm.
He provided some more information. Some of the other local organizations he's working with, the Conservancy, MSU Extension, University of Michigan, Herbarium, did mention they were eventually hoping to put together a book. We would be provided copies of that. The benefit to us would be to gather, scientific data, help us with future educational opportunities or signage and things of that nature.
Was there a charge for that? Was he charging anything for that, or he was just asking a request to go into the parks and get samples?
Yeah, he was just a request to sample, and he did mention, they have strategies where if it's a population of plants that's, where there's not many of them, they just take a small sample. If they're able to take the whole sample, they can, but they are very conscious not to disturb whatever population they're targeting.
Do we need to approve that, or does the whole township board, or what?
I think it would be helpful for you, since it's something that you guys explicitly say is not allowed within your parks, to specify why you're allowing it, and say it's because it's giving you ecological knowledge about what's in your parks that you don't already
Absolutely.
have.
It's like a
or-
baseline.
Yeah, like something, but like.
I mean, someone's
have some
like
sort
coming
of-
in and selling that.
Yeah, absolutely, but
Yeah.
like have that justification kind of written down if you are granting this person approval to go
What
harvest. for you.
format? Should that just be in an email to the individual, or should we make a motion?
I would think we would want to make a
yeah,
verbal
Just make a motion.
Saying that you're granting this individual,
Mhm.
the limited ability to go in based on what he said he's
And
gonna
like,
do,
yeah,
and
take
do
the plant
that.
matter as described in
And
his
that way-
email, and,
If you get a similar request, you can say this is what we've done in the past, we've allowed this person to go in, they abided by these rules, they didn't take,
Plus, they're already doing it for MSU. I mean,
Yeah, it sounds like
the
that.
Master
Yeah,
Gardener
they had
program.
more than that too.
I mean-
The
I think
county,
the-
tribe, they had a bunch of people on board.
Yeah.
he's working with
so-
the county, Garfield Township, State of Michigan, and they've all granted him permission.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do we maybe put that on next
Yeah.
meeting date and come up with some
Do
proper
something in
verbiage?
January.
So Because didn't we have someone wanting to go in and,
Can we not just make a motion now? And, 'cause, I mean, I just kind of feel like this is now our second meeting talking about it, and we don't want to make this guy wait. I don't know what
Guys.
he's trying to collect and under what environment.
You did set your agenda for the meeting already,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
So we can't, like,
So,
do that?
No, and he's not going to be harvesting any time soon, so we
Well, I
could,
just don't know if he was looking for
we could
something that was
prepare
like
some,
winter.
yeah, we could prepare something for you guys in January.
I think to get it done right is just bring it back and get it done, because it's not going to hurt. And didn't we have like somebody wanted to go in and be able to do mushrooms or sell mushrooms or pick
I
mushrooms?
think that
or
was the
things like that?
example of what we didn't want to see happen, is someone
Oh,
like,
okay.
for resale, going in and harvesting
Yeah.
like morels and selling them. This is
Yeah.
much different than that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I'm kind of excited about that, actually.
Okay.
Not the mushrooms.
All right, so we'll add that to next month's meeting, and we can make a motion then, so. All right, moving on to reports. Garrison, what do you mind?
Yeah, the treasury report is as of November 30th. Really no big changes since last meeting. We're at 60% of our budget spent, but hopefully we'll pay some more things this month. And also, I think some of the engineering costs are going to get backdated when we get those bills for like the dog park and things like that. That's all I got.
Awesome, thank you. Moved on to staff report.
So the little libraries were purchased for Killingsworth and Pine Grove. We also got one here at Township Hall.
Yay.
So were delivered, so ground's frozen now, so in the spring, it was installed ASAP. Wade Trim will provide an update on the dog park design in early December. Haven't seen that yet. Wade Trim's going to put out the bid for the Grace McDonald Cornhole and Fire Pit in January. The sign for Arbutus was installed, and we ordered an ADA picnic table for Pine Grove.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, if there's nothing else, we can move on to the geocaching subcommittee, which I don't have anything to report on there, so.
We scheduled our next meeting though last time, right?
Yeah, I forget what-
December.
It was right before the January meeting.
January.
I was gonna say, shoot, I did miss that today.
Yeah. Okay.
So we'll let you know in January.
Yep, so geocaching subcommittee will meet before the January regular meeting. Moving on to the approval of the minutes from November 17th, 2025.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes for November 17th, 2025, as presented.
Second.
All right, motion made by LaRose, supported by Hetmer, to approve the minutes from November 17th, 2025. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passed. All right, moving on to business before the Parks Commission, 9A, the 2026 meeting schedule. You can see in the packet, the list of dates, and then,
I've reviewed them, and I'm going to make a motion to approve the resolution Parks 025-04 for the meeting dates and times for the Parks Commission.
I second that.
motion made by LaRose, supported by Reardon, to approve the resolutions Parks 2025-04 for 2026 meeting dates and times, and then we need to do a roll call vote
That's correct.
on this.
Okay, Hepmer,
Aye.
Layton,
Aye.
LaRose, aye. Reardon,
Aye.
Stasinski, Walsh,
Aye.
and Andres.
Aye.
And that's it.
Yeah, all right, motion passed.
It's likely I will miss January and February.
Oh, yeah, I'm just putting this in here and I'm realizing that I too will miss January and February.
I'm not for sure.
Oh, I
but-
absolutely will,
Okay.
unfortunately.
And February 17th is Fat Tuesday. So,
Yeah, there's.
if any of you plan on
Having
partying that evening,
Having lots of cookies. you better
keep
be-
that in mind.
Two holidays in there that push us to Tuesday.
January and February.
But you'll know as soon as I know if I can make it, so.
All right.
Thank you, Leighton.
Just communication, if you're not gonna make it, it's appreciated, so. Okay, moving on to business before the Parks Commission, 9B, the 2026 sledding party. Sledding party is scheduled for February 7th at Grace McDonald Park from 1 to 3 p.m. Typically done hot chocolate and some snacks in the past, and everyone comes out and has a good time sliding downhill, so.
We have hot dogs this year. Little
I
mini
was
hot
also
dogs.
thinking something, I was thinking about bringing like a fire pit. Can we do that?
I don't know.
It's completely enclosed. I have like a cage one.
I don't have an issue with that.
I just feel like it's a lot nicer if you can warm up in between rounds. And if we could, just do charcoal on a grill, we could do some dogs easy.
Do we
Would you
have money
bring-
for that?
Your own, or
I think it's
use
more
the,
about people are willing to do the things. I can grill hot dogs.
I'm trying to remember what your budget was last year for like snacks and things. I think it was only a couple $100.
So
Like,
yeah,
it would
we
be-
typically just did hot chocolate and cookies and.
Technically,
The hot
I never filed for
chocolate.
reimbursements. Technically, I funded it last year.
Um,
Oh,
Yeah, the hot chocolate we did because it was easy, because the fire, or the EMS gets us the hot water, and we just buy the hot chocolate, and we did it like mix yourself, and then we did cookies, but we could do, if you wanted to do something else, we could do something else. You have to ask about the logistics of a grill with
Food.
open flames.
Well,
We have
Well,
the
they're there.
there's grills there.
That's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah, I guess,
just throw
yeah.
charcoal in one of the grills that are there.
are
Garrison.
there logistics about serving food that you're cooking?
That's what I mean, like,
Like, it's different if you open up packages of cookies that are, we didn't make them, but it's like
Safe,
you're.
serve safe or
yeah,
whatever.
one
Yeah.
of you is, I would think you would probably need to be food safe certified to do it. I don't know.
Oh
though.
my God.
Or there's like
I-
temporary permits. No, there's something.
Yeah, there's
I believe there is.
usually the health department is concerned about that in general.
Thanks, health department.
I think that's why we typically have gone with like prepackaged
Yep.
stuff.
I don't have to grill. I'd be happy to
We-
sled too.
do we have the sleds over there that we own? Do we have those sleds over there?
Didn't we
By the
do
way,
that last year? Didn't
we
do
did.
like a
Where are they?
Donate? and-
We did approve.
Take a
something.
sled, leave a sled?
When thinking through the logistics of trying to make sure those sleds don't walk away, we've now been trying to work with the library on where they actually keep the sleds on site, and then you can check them out there to go
Oh.
use at our parks. And instead, we would put up signage. So we're still exploring that, just so that we don't purchase sleds and they just like don't
Sure.
get brought back.
Yeah.
Was kind of the concern. Or that it would be a dumping ground for other broken sleds that we already deal with a lot of that in our garbages and stuff over there, that people just leave a broken sled, so we wanted to avoid that as
I
well.
like the library idea.
Yeah, so we're looking at taking the money that was allocated and just potentially buying more sleds and then having them, rather than building out.
I sort of think they should just be there and just say, use a sled if you don't have one, but please leave it here for others to use. And try that first, and automatically shut it off. And then now you got parents got to drive to the library to get a sled for the poor kid. When they go there, they might have two kids and only one sled at a point. I just, why can't we try it that way first?
Having the library facilitate the sleds also allows them to be used elsewhere, because they're working on their library of things over there, so they already have kind of a good mechanism for checking out random objects like gardening supplies and all kinds of other things.
Downstate, they do it. And the friend that told me that they have it at their parks that they go to, they're not, that I know of, people stealing them or bringing their own and leaving the pieces of junk. But anyways, that's just my thoughts. I just want to make it easy for the kids. Have some sleds there and just do a sign. feel free to use, but please leave it for the next person to use. Something kind, like, rather than the opposite. And if the library wants to have sleds, let them have extra sleds, and we can maybe put a little thing down there, you need more sleds. I don't know, that's just me. There's 6 others here.
No, I'm with you. I know what you're saying. Like, let's try it first.
Maybe at least a couple of them, but any new fleet we buy, put it in the library, but we could have, if there's some B-team ones we already own, put those for free.
So if you have 4, say they're $15, okay, 20, it's $80.
Was it
I
the
mean-
bigger concern, the structure that would be holding it?
It was someone who gave me the idea, all it was like a grated box that you would get, but it was all open, how can I say grated?
Kinda
Like a little
bike
fencing
rack,
type.
but for
like about this
sleds.
big, about a couple feet, 3 feet.
Like
There's
a garbage
sort
can
of,
enclosure without the garbage can, kind of deal?
not an enclosure, but
There are
just
some that
open.
are like-
It could go under the
There are some
pavilion.
that are made of wood, I think the one that you shared was more like a metal frame, but
Yeah.
I would worry that would degrade over time being inside. I think it would start to rust pretty quickly.
You can get galvanized.
But yeah, I think we were thinking about maybe building something out of wood that would hold them, that then you could affix a sign to that said, "Please leave for the next person who's available, provided by the Parks and Mission."
You put them under the pavilion, in a corner, furthest away from the hill.
Could probably build a 2x4, frame to hold some sleds for.
Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah.
Trying to think of the roll-up sleds, they're like plastic and they roll up.
Oh, yeah, is that what we're
Cookie
getting? Like
sheets
the
are always
mat
good.
Yeah, But,
We don't
I mean,
know.
those,
We kind of looked at a range of options. We hadn't necessarily picked that yet.
I mean, those would be, I would assume, affordable sled and they roll up and do.
Come on, those plastic ones, they're all over the place at Walmart. I don't even think they're over $20 each.
We could thrift them.
I was gonna say, I think some of those
Sure.
like cheaper plastic ones are the ones that tend to get left at Grace.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
think-
I have one of those I can donate.
Yeah, I think a lot of people try to do that with theirs there. Unfortunately, they end up.
Costco's got the
out
nice
in the
snow
garbage.
tubes, which I just bought one, because last year my boat tube didn't.
Now, those
big
will be
failure.
stolen. I could see that.
Those
But
are,
just-
even those at Costco are like $27 though. They're just like the ones you'd have at like Mount Holiday or something with a leash and like the, the nice tight skin cover around it. If you want one, I'm just saying. I bought
No,
one.
I'm talking about the hard plastic one that you can fit 1 or 2 people on, with a little lip, it's sort of like a little
Yeah.
banana boat plate cup thing that when you buy a ice cream sundae.
Yeah, I mean, you guys did allocate the funding, so we can explore some options and get something ready for the sledding party.
That'd be
I'm sure it's
cool.
ready by then.
Okay. All right, well, if everyone's good for February 7th, 1 to 3 p.m., sledding party, I guess we'll plan on hot cocoa and some snacks, and then if we're able
Yeah,
to, Garrison
I
wants to
can
do it.
investigate further on your question about the grill serving hot food or.
Or even just the fire pit. I can just bring like the enclosed fire pit and wood, but I would want Beth's
Well,
blessing to do that.
Yeah, I think Stephanie's point to like, is it allowable for us to do that without having some sort of, like, either liability with it being prepared food versus like cookies are in a package, then, and that's not,
Yeah.
there's no, once you
No,
start cooking.
I get
there
it.
are thresholds.
What about
I get that.
Temperatures
s'mores?
is,
Yes.
you know-
I've kind of given up on the hot dogs. I'm more talking about just the fire pit now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Just like a warming fire pit.
And
to
it
be
has
like,
a
guess what?
screen
Next year, we're
around
gonna
it.
have a real one
I feel
here.
like that would be
Yeah.
a nice way to promote
Yeah.
that we're building the.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
But I'll find out.
for all those on the board here that don't go down the hill. I don't think.
I think we
there's
all
one
went down the
person.
hill last year.
I don't think anybody.
I was joking.
There's a name tag on that hill somewhere.
Corey definitely went down. A couple things didn't make it back.
You were there last year.
You were, I think you were you in your, no?
No, I don't think you were there.
Were you getting
Some-
married?
some-
Did you
You were the
showed up to
one-
help
No,
set up, I think, and then
I
had
think
to
you were at a
leave,
wedding.
right?
I think-
Or was that a different,
Or
was
was
that the
that just-
geocache?
Were you on your
Yes.
no, that was the summer thing.
I don't know.
Something came up. Maybe I helped set up and left.
I think that was it. Was it that event?
Maybe
I
you
remember,
were
it was
sick.
cold last year. It was like -10 or something. I remember it being very very cold. The snow squeaked and that, below a certain temperature. but-
That's the best hill. That's the best sledding hill.
I will ask those questions.
Was it September, or it's February?
It's always the first Saturday in February.
Yeah. I was
You
in
guys made a banner.
I was in Arizona.
February 7th, it said,
Oh,
right?
yeah, you were on a honeymoon.
I was on a golf trip,
Mm.
last
Oh,
minute golf trip.
got it.
That's where I was. Okay, moving on to business before the Parks Commission, 9C, the DNR trust fund grants. Yeah,
So we were awarded all three of our grants, which is a pretty big deal.
Very big deal.
Unheard of is what I've been hearing people say.
Yeah, it's $5.5 million.
You can't take that back, right? Okay.
So that's for the Ridge Natural Area Acquisition, extension of the 3 Mile Trail, and trail development at Holiday Woodlands Natural Area.
So all three of those projects are pretty unique in that they're all connected physically as well as just, we're all working on them simultaneously. So the 3 Mile Trail will be a nice north-south connection, but then with working with the connectivity of the Ridge over to Holiday Woodlands, into Holiday Hills, with Mount Holiday there's a lot of other connectivity possibilities with that. So when those are all fully realized, with the Ridge Trail system being implemented by the Conservancy, as well as our efforts to work with Holiday Woodlands Natural Area and develop those trails, like the multimodal connectivity in the township is going to be transformed by that. So it's pretty awesome that they saw how integral these projects are to one another and the impact that it can.
And guess what? It's nice to preserve some land. I mean, it's wonderful.
Do we have a match amount that we need to budget for that year?
I will find that out. I don't know.
I'm sorry, I did not see this email, so I'm a little, what's the breakdown of the 5.5? Like, do you have that for each one?
Yeah,
Well, that's
so
just like
the-
for projects.
The Ridge was 4.8.
Oh, wow.
But I think the match is coming from the Conservancy.
So with the Ridge property, that's going to be handled mainly through the Conservancy. We're just helping seek the conservation easement that will protect that land in perpetuity. So we'll retain the conservation easement, and then they will, so it's setting them up to set up their trails, and they'll be the ones that are stewarding that land. And then similar with the 3 Mile Trail extension, we're collaborative partners on it, but TART has been really the one running point on that as a larger project, and working with us, working with the engineers that we've hired are kind of implementing that. So those are kind of, the main one that you guys are really focused on is the Holiday Woodlands Natural Area.
And what's the 3 Mile Trail? What was that? What was total on that?
So that one was $400,000.
And ours
And
was
that'll build
three,
segment
right?
one up from basically where it ends currently up to the parking lot. That'll be a park and ride location. And then they're working on kind of
That's,
the other.
is that right there at the,
South Airport, isn't it?
Yes, right where it ends at South Airport and 3 Mile Road.
right, that's where,
And then it will,
100,000 match.
Thank you.
and then,
where that nature center is, where's the parking lot gonna be?
so there's gonna be one, they have the existing parking lot at the Conservancy property right
Mhm.
there as you're coming in. It's that first parking lot
Right.
that connects to their existing trail system.
Mhm.
Our trail will hit up with that, but that's a second segment.
That's the
First
second
segment is from 3 Mile, there's like a portion of land that they own, a little bit north on 3 Mile Road, and they'll be building a new parking lot there that will be specifically for truck trail access north and south. And it's not on, well, I think it is on Conservancy property, but it's not as part of their existing infrastructure right now. It's a little
I
bit
wonder,
old.
does that border the airport property landing there, or is it more?
South.
It starts a little
South.
bit south, because it starts just south of South Airport right there. And there's, TART has a really great map, if you guys are curious, if you look at 3 Mile Trail Extension, they have an
Okay.
updated map that shows all the different segments and kind of breaks out that on that map as well.
And then how about Holiday? That was a pretty large one.
Should be 300 by my math.
That was, yeah, 300,000.
300K for Holiday Woodlands.
And, excuse me, but I need refresh memory, that, the ridge, that ridge project, is that the land that is, that backs up to the Conservancy here in between 3 and 4 mile?
It's between 4 and 5, and it was the parcel that they preserved when it went up for a development. There's a large swath of, I think, 133 acres right in the middle right there. It's kind of a weird T-ish shaped parcel that they recently acquired.
No, but does it butt up to the Conservancy somehow, some way?
No,
Close to
it's-
that, down here on 3 Mile?
And 4 Mile. I mean, I think.
I think there's another piece of Conservancy property
Is it?
there,
Okay.
but it's not the Conservancy's headquarters that you're thinking about. It's not like the,
Okay.
yeah.
But it does connect up with the Tart Trail on its north end, and then Holiday Woodlands. There is some frontage that it shares
Oh,
on 5 Mile,
yeah.
and there could be a
Mhm,
strategic connection there too.
Yeah, there was
So
a
like,
small.
it is connected up with Holiday Woodlands in that, or could be as part of our planning. So it's something we want to consider. We've been working with, they've been partners on this because they know that we're both working on adjacent properties.
Yeah, okay.
And which one does our $100,000 match apply to? Or is that
That's-
The
3 Mile.
Holiday?
That was the one that you asked about.
Okay.
I'm curious, there are 2 different grant applications here for Holiday Woodlands.
I was also curious. RP
What's up
versus
with
TF.
that?
Is that a typo? or
Recreation
not?
passport grant is not awarded.
Ah, okay.
So we
Okay.
put in for 2, thinking we would get one or the other potentially.
Right,
or-
right.
and we-
Okay.
We were not selected for the passport one. but we
Cool.
did get the trust
And then, please remind me what the TF stands for?
Trust fund.
Okay, it's just a little shortened version of it.
fund. Just depends on where the
Okay.
funding is coming, like what funding from the state is coming. So the trust fund is for mineral rights.
I'm familiar with that, I was just like specifically looking at like the shorthand here.
All the acronyms.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Well, that's really good news. There's nothing more on that. We can move on to business before the Parks Commission.
Hold on, before we move on real quick, what's this, when do we have to have the money spent down by? Is it by end?
We
of
won't
26?
even get the funds until the end of 2026.
Okay,
So over the next quarter, we're still going to be doing a lot of planning.
okay,
It's just the start.
Yeah.
cool. I didn't know if we already had to worry about that.
We got the funding for a grant similar to that this year in October. So I mean, it's kind of a long grant for getting that funding, so like 2027. we really want to be thinking about implementing.
It says here, staff is seeking guidance on projects that would be a good fit for the 2026 DNR grant cycle.
So are there things beyond these that you guys want to look at for DNR Trust Fund grants for next year? Or are we feeling got our hands full?
Everything on our list.
Well, I guess it's more of a, I think the ask is if, I mean, we do have quite a few things we're going to be implementing over 2026 as far as Grace McDonald and other projects. And then thinking about Holiday Woodlands coming up, it'd be more of, if we could take a look at the master plan and see what's in there, or the recreation plan, I'm sorry, what's in there, and then try to see if there's a project that would align for an application, but it's more of a like, do you think you're gonna be too overwhelmed with all of these other projects happening all simultaneously that we should pause and just kind of,
Nah, we'll be fine.
that we
You
Yeah,
can
Nathan,
do
We
it.
can really crank stuff out.
Let's face it, the 2026 is going to be just waiting and you guys coming back with, you know, the process of all
We'll be
those.
hopefully constructing cornhole.
Right.
Mhm.
Are you saying we could apply for
Right.
that and then essentially get reimbursed after we've already paid for those cornhole construction costs?
No. It would be that,
Be like
it's a similar cadence to it, where if you applied in 2026 and were funded.
It's like
it would
2027.
be End of the year,
28.
2027, so like similar timeline to what we just did, where we applied, it's quite a bit of time, and then it's again time before you get allocated the funding. So really it'd be like looking long-term down the road, so we could bring you guys some options to discuss.
I mean, the dog park's slated for 27, although I don't know if that would align with their applications at all.
The dog park might not be favorable for some of the projects they're looking to fund. and we could consider doing a lower cost project, because I think a lot of times, so for this one, I think all projects under 75,000 were awarded.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to look at maybe the playground at Arbutus, or something like that, that would fall into that price range.
What about community garden?
Hmm?
Our phase one, our scaled down phase one community garden.
Yeah.
Is that something? I've pulled up our,
Nice.
Always got that.
oh, you gotta bring it with you. What if you
It's
need to know something?
In my bag.
See, there you go. We,
The top third one, I think, was first, now it's like second.
it was listed as 2025.
Is the
And we
super,
did attempt to get some grants for that, but we haven't gotten any grants for that. But like Killingsworth, the bathrooms, that's something that's noted as maybe a trust fund money, as is Arbutus 5 Phase 2. So the playground that Nathan brought up there. Or Hammond Park. Or the Pines.
Where's
The
community
Pines
garden?
is going way
But that's
deep.
not on here, so I wouldn't want to actually just toss that
Yeah.
in there. So I think things that we already identified as priorities would be Arbutus Phase 2, Killingsworth bathrooms, or the community garden.
How are they ranked?
Those are all.
That's just the action plan. Hold, please.
Community garden.
The two suggestions you have for the other two properties that aren't developed at all, we would have to do public engagement for those. So that's something to consider.
Okay.
For
so
the-
Pines
that's
and
future
Hammond?
goals.
Arbutus is a little
Future
less.
goals.
Well, we
Gotcha.
did community engagement for Pine Grove.
Yeah.
Let's get those pickleball courts going.
yeah, I was actually thinking Pine Grove playground equipment,
I'm wondering
Is that,
if, yeah.
because we said that's all outdated, but we don't want to rip it out till we have something to replace it with.
is that?
And that seems like a smaller project that might not overwhelm us.
That might be
You replace
achievable.
it.
But I'm also pro the very stripped down version of the community garden if we can get in that 75,000, or if we have.
Well, not to mention that your brilliant idea of the program with the cute little kids that you fell in love with, that they come. Yeah, thank you, Power of Produce. Start building a few things to tie in our,
I think the community garden could be a strong application now that we do have the power program
Mhm.
farmers market already established, and like it would add the programmatic, so that I think is a helpful one. I think that Arbutus is nice because it would complete that project, it would finish
Mhm.
off what you guys needed to do with that, with the playground, and then that's just done. I think Pine Grove, that could be a start of some new improvements, or you guys could look at phasing that one out over time. So,
Can the trust fund monies be applied to programmatic endeavors, or does it have to be infrastructure related? Do we know?
Good fit for the community garden.
who won't fund what?
DNR trust fund is not a good fit for community garden.
Oh, okay. Beth is saying that
A
the
voice
DNR
calls
trust
out
fund
from the
is not a
abyss.
good fit.
They came from the sky.
Potentially
Yeah.
could be one.
Okay, so I'm sorry, please, I missed that.
It sounds like Arbutus could be one. Community
Mhm.
garden wouldn't be funded. Arbutus could be one.
Mhm.
They already
So,
funded
but my
the
question that I
Arbutus.
didn't get answered is, can we apply for funds that would help us create and establish programming, or does it have to be for infrastructure?
That's a good question, I can look into that.
I feel like it's mostly,
It mostly seems to be infrastructure, but I was like, oh, how cool would it be? I mean, we have our person who could, make programming happen now, like, oh, sick, that would be,
Yeah,
I feel like they focus on acquisitions and development, but we can
Mhm.
definitely see if it aligns with programming.
I do think it would be nice to just
We can have
activate
other-
the current park space that we have with more programming versus try to build.
Infrastructure,
I thought so.
Thank you, Beth.
So yeah, Arbutus, Pine Grove, those could be.
This place is haunted.
funding.
I guess, yeah, could we look into both of those and see which seems like a higher candidate?
I'm sorry, between which two?
What?
Between playground equipment at Arbutus 5 or redoing the playground at Pine Grove?
Ah,
Or
I think
both.
you could do you could probably implement the improvements to the basketball court as well, kind of hit a couple of those things, because you already have a report that supports like the neighborly asking
Yeah.
for some
Mhm.
infrastructure.
Yeah, I mean, that's a small park, but it serves so many people, and it'd be nice if it was a little bit nicer.
Good
Yeah.
location.
And a pickleball court.
Now, does it have to be tied to one park, or can you?
Yeah.
Well, if we, think about it this way, if Arbutus 5 is gonna cost a ton of money and they fund that, then the money we don't have to spend on that, we could just pay for out of pocket to Pine Grove. That's another way to look at it.
Were you thinking like? just
Well,
going
playground
for
and playground
accessible?
equipment,
Just buy a bunch of playground equipment and spread it out.
Yeah.
but
You would want it to be.
that would get tricky and sound messy, so. Yeah, be nice to upgrade Pine Grove, but at the same time, it'd be nice to finish Arbutus 5, wrap that park up.
Is there any way to
Order
add more
to an
parking to
Arbutus
Arbutus
5?
5?
No, we've looked at that and looked at that and looked at
No,
that.
it's like, I hate to make it nicer with even more demand, I feel like it's always so packed.
I gotta say, my experience,
Yeah, you know the best.
there's a pretty steady flow. Like someone will be pulling out when someone comes in. You know, there's really only been a couple times when I'm like, okay, people are
Queuing up
on the road. I don't go on the weekends. I go on the weekdays. And that's not true. I've gone on a couple weekends.
That just tells us that we need more lake property.
Well, acquisition,
Yeah, what about that?
Even when the adjacent properties were for sale, we looked at it and it's like, there's just no way of putting parking over here.
Mhm.
Unless we can somehow get a trail from Grace to number 5.
And you know, that curve, everything's just so troublesome. And it's just enjoy it as it is. And so that, with that, our thoughts are too, when we go to do that phase 2, keep that in mind.
Well,
For
phase
that.
2,
You're only gonna be able to handle so many people. It's like a pocket park.
right, but spring and summer, you'd probably see more use if there was a playground there.
Well, you can only get so much use because of our parking issue too.
Right, but when it's 60 and you don't want to swim,
Mhm.
then you take the kids to the
Absolutely. Because it's a nice
fishing
park.
and
I think it's one of
playground.
our best.
A lot of fishing.
Mhm.
And they awarded part of phase 1 we got from that same trust fund, correct?
yes.
Mhm.
You would think they would want to continue to fund a already successful project that they were backed.
They usually do favor supporting projects they've already supported in the past. I think that's why.
They've all spoken highly of Arbutus 5.
Well, they all went and visited it after it was done. A lot of them did when they were up here.
Oh, cool.
They went over and saw. I think we got some nice notes back.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I would say that's my priority for,
I'll do this.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
And you have catalogs from the
Me too.
parks, and I noted things in there too. I took time to go through all of them.
Okay, cool.
Where we at, Zach?
yeah, I guess, is there any more on that? I missed the idea part of that last time, so. No one's got any other ideas, we can move on.
Officers.
All right, moving on to business before the Parks Commission, 9D, the election of officers. So this is where we need to pick our positions. Or vote people into.
Does anybody in their current positions looking to change it up, or is everybody content with where they're at?
I'm happy to stay as treasurer. I would not be mad if someone wanted to give it a try.
Susan? You good?
I'm good, but it depends what everybody else wants, to be honest with you.
I'm good where I'm at. No one else.
I think you are good where you're at. Mhm.
Someone wants to try there, no.
Corey?
I asked him before, he said he was fine.
Oh, I thought you were
I asked
ready to
him,
put your name.
I asked him over hot cocoa and cookies if he wanted to maintain chairperson, and he said yes.
Okay. I would move to have Zach Endress be chairperson, Ryan Walsh be vice chairperson, Susan LaRosa be secretary, and myself, Garrison Reardon, treasurer.
Second.
Done.
All right, well, Garrison made the motion to keep everyone in the same positions they're currently in, supported by Hetmer. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No, motion passed. Congrats to everyone on holding a position for another year.
Undefeated in the ballot with this thing.
Well done.
All right, moving on to business before the Parks Commission, 9E, for the quarterly board meetings. You'll see there's a second packet here with the next 4 quarterly board meetings for 2026. It looks like January 12th, April 13th, July 13th, and October 12th. And then also, second page is the fourth quarter for 2025. So I guess we need to go through these dates and need to try to get 2 people at each of these meetings.
I can get to April.
Corey in April.
I could do April or October.
Those are at 6:30, right?
Mhm.
Could you wait and Walsh on the 13th of April and that finishes that one? And then we just need some.
Ryan was April. I would prefer not January, so I'm not sure.
Are they meeting on October 12th? That's Columbus Day.
I don't show that that's Columbus Day.
Have we done it before?
Yeah, I think they did it. I think they did it this year.
Okay, well, I'm just like scrolling through and that popped up.
I can do July 13th.
I can do January.
I can do any of them except July.
Okay, let's see.
I can do July.
January's a mess for me.
Garrison said January.
I'll do January, Garrison, who else can do Garrison?
Yeah.
Because I show up and go, thank you, Garrison.
Didn't say a peep.
She's just waiting for Garrison.
That's fantastic.
And just so you guys are aware, you now have a staff person who will actually be presenting, they'll, there as well.
Oh,
Oh,
You don't have to present.
so Stephanie and I both get
You're available to answer questions on any sort of discussion. you
Okay.
have, or-
Good, because I was worried. I was like, we're not gonna meet before. What am I gonna tell him?
He can present the report.
Okay. Will you email us what you're gonna present so we can prepare a little bit?
The quarterly
It'll always
report.
be, it'll always be in the meeting packet like it is right now, so you guys.
Oh, I thought this is what we just reported on.
Yep, no, this is updated, this is the updated report for Q4.
Okay.
And then this is
Oh.
in January.
Oh, okay.
this will
It's-
cover the January meeting, right? Yeah.
Oh, I guess I thought this is what we
You'll always
just
get
did
the
in
report,
October.
the meeting prior to the quarterly report for the board, just to review. You guys can add feedback if you have things that you can add to it. And then whoever's gonna be there will know kind of what's gonna be said.
Probably some of the same stuff.
Yeah, it's just slightly updated. Okay, it's cool.
So far, I've got Garrison and Stephanie on January, Corey and Ryan on April, Zach is July. Do we have another person for July? I think it's just Susan.
I'd offer, but July's kind of a gamble, so.
I can do October.
Ask me in June.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got Ellen in Ally and or Zach, you might just have to be on your own because there's not enough people. You would need 8 people to make
Yeah.
2 people.
Oh, yeah.
That's fine. We have
You
Nathan.
don't have Nathan, you won't be
We
on.
have Nate.
I'll be there, so we'll have to.
Yeah, I can't do October, I'm call.
Yeah. You're on for July.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, I could always be a second potentially. Still looking at your calendar, Susan.
Yes. Well, where I'll be.
Well, I guess,
Okay.
I guess Susan, if she's available, she can add her at a later date, it doesn't have to
Okay.
be,
Yeah, it
unless
sounds
you
like-
want finalized.
No, it sounds like the July 13th and the October 12th are available for whoever.
Yeah.
But we have at least one.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have these one for
Yeah.
both.
Stephanie, do you want to trade with me and I can do January?
What were you looking at?
Either July or October need another person.
Yeah, that's fine. I can do October. Ellie, are you on October?
Mm-hmm.
I can do October with you.
Okay.
Stephanie's in October and then Susan's gonna be.
Next month.
Oh, sorry, Zach, you and Nathan.
It's fine. I'm a big boy. Okay.
Cool. Did anybody have any feedback on the report or see anything that needs to be added in?
I think it looked good. All right. Well,
That's could be.
nothing more on that. We can move on
Wow.
to the upcoming meeting
That's a
dates.
date.
Our next upcoming meeting would be January 20th, 2025 at 6 PM. Yes, nothing else. Move to adjourn the meeting at 6:54 PM. Meeting's adjourned.